Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Adam Friedland Show. Today's guest, Ari Shaffir.
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
I don't know.
What's up?
Sound very down.
Down?
Yeah.
No, it's if I don't get here like 30 minutes prior and get those ACs running, I mean, you can feel it in here.
It's relatively hot.
It's not only hot, but it's like dusty. It's like a dust sauna.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the heat is like it's.
If you were to go over ideal ways to record a podcast with a buddy.
This is the climate in here. It's wooded. It's like when it's like cleaning out a dead relative's attic.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of heat where it's like it's just disgusting, and it's not like you're gonna get it clean and feel better.
Yeah, it's not like one of those heroin 28-year-old cleaning outs.
No.
Where it's like things are still pretty good.
You're finding all your grandpa's Nazi memorabilia.
Yeah.
Which
you went to Trinity?
Which he bragged about. He bragged about, and it's disappointing. It's not much of a collection.
Yeah. And it's not even like high level.
No, it's Donald Duck with a swastika armband. It's not. It's most of it's counterfeit. A lot of it is it's his own drawings, and he's not even good at drawing. There's just nothing.
You're like, you did it wrong. You did it the Hindu way.
You're not
you
even.
Idiot.
Yeah, you're just.
This is just good luck.
There's just nothing. Your entire life sucked. You were a mailman. You spent 70 years as a mailman.
Do you think after the Holocaust, Jews started painting the Hindu swastika because they're like, now it is good luck again?
No, I don't think that happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's the answer to your question?
Why? Why would I? Why would I think that? That's what I mean. That's how hot it is in here. That your brain is just not functioning. What was that? Did you think after the Holocaust, Jews were painting the Indian swastika, being like, "Well, now it is good luck"?
Well, you know, it goes the other way.
I know it goes the other way, but I don't follow the logic of that premise at any step of it.
Okay, so
for starters, after the Holocaust, they weren't painting the swastika. Right. That wasn't a big thing that was happening. So even like the joke premise of like maybe they were like maybe they were painting it for this reason.
Yeah.
Because they weren't. So it's like so now let's imagine that the Jews are painting the swastika.
Yeah.
Why are they painting the swastika? Because it's not the Nazi one, it's the Indian one.
Yeah.
And guess what? It actually is good luck.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, why would it be good luck? I don't understand.
So before the Holocaust,
it
was just the good luck sign.
Uh-huh.
And then in the early days of the Holocaust, people were like, wait, that's not the good luck sign. And then the Germans were like, no, actually, it's far from
good luck. It'd be like
if
after 9/11, do you think United Airlines was like flying planes into buildings being like, actually, it's good?
This is not an inside job. This is our inside job.
Not even. I don't understand. Like, I don't.
Okay.
I don't understand.
Picture. You know, like the days right after the slavery was abolished, but they were still like slaves. They hadn't got the message yet.
You could have just said numbers at me. It could have just been like, how about this? 582 A B 6, and I would be not even those kind of numbers.
Oh, okay.
I mean, just like weird, just disparate.
So I'm saying
code.
The Germans were like, hey, Jew
okay.
Schmeilstein.
Yes.
It's time. You got to paint swastikas all day. But he was like, wait, I heard the fucking Holocaust. These guys don't have any control anymore. You know what I'm going to do? I can't outright say no. They'll just put a bullet in my head.
But they weren't making Jews paint swastikas.
You don't think any?
I don't think so.
Painting needed done.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, were they painted? It looks like it was mostly flags. They had their own like.
You
Betsy.
Think it was a stencil? You think it was an early obey?
Is Nazi Betsy Ross?
Nazi Ross.
Yeah, who was Nazi Betsy Ross?
Yeah, who was that?
Yeah.
In between shitting on Hitler's chest for boners, who was like crocheting a flag.
I'm having one of those days where people keep calling me.
Why? Who does that?
Well, the stock market is crashing.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Right
so
now, today?
all of my clients, look, on the side, I've been lying to people and telling them I'm a financial advisor. And I am in a lot of hot water now because I have lost millions of dollars.
What do you just yell diversify at them?
Yeah. I'm like, look, Intel, here's why they're losing jobs. They don't have enough black ladies.
You got it. Yeah, GameStop is
but
still pushing
everything's going down because we're going to have a black lady president.
So they're like, get out of the stock market.
Well, once you have a black lady president, you don't need a black lady anything else. So it's going to kill all the other jobs. Imagine a black woman going into Apple being like, I want to work with computers. And they're like, well, you're already president. So.
Right. Before this, they're like,
yeah,
hire.
Well, I guess, yeah. I mean, we all saw Hidden Figures.
Do they have a Genius Bar with J?
Yeah.
that they all work at.
JEAN.
JENWUS.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't go to that side.
Yeah.
But now, right, no jobs available.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna win? What do people say? I don't really follow it.
I think she's gonna win. I
You
mean,
think she is?
I thought Biden could have won too.
Could have.
Yeah.
Down to the last two, you got a chance. Make all your shots.
I don't think it was like, because I don't understand what, like, all of the drama and the pageantry of the election aside.
Yeah.
I don't understand what Trump's platform is.
None of them.
But Trump in particular, it's like it's like they keep criticizing, saying, "Oh, he wants to do Project 2025," and then he goes, "No, I don't," and it's like, okay, well.
What do you want?
What do you want to do? And there's no answer there. So it's like like the only reason to vote for Donald Trump is because you're participating in his like grievance war against the deep state, which you can't win. You can't beat them.
The deep state?
You can't.
No, you can just join them, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, if there was a chance to beat them, it would have happened during his first term. But instead what we got is like him just immediately giving all of those guys jobs again. And
remember when he was like, "I want to clean out the swamp," and he was like, "Gah!" Afterwards, like,
yeah,
"Come on, guy, that's metaphor."
We're not actually.
Like, what's metaphor?
Sure, yeah, we're not going to clean out the swamp at all. Yeah, it'll never happen.
Can't believe you spent this much money in a studio and got these fucking off the sidewalk chairs.
These are not off the sidewalk chairs. Are you saying that just to trigger me?
Yeah. How did it do?
No, these are like designer chairs.
Really?
These are Ames Time Life lobby chairs. These are very hard to find in this color too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
This is a cool like 70s color, 60s,
yeah,
70s
yeah,
color.
yeah. No, these are. I could turn around and sell these for. I mean, we bought them for. I paid $38.50 each, but
$38.50.
Yeah.
How much can you sell them for?
Probably around that, $4,000. Yeah, I mean.
Do it.
Well, when the show fails, yeah, for sure. We have to liquidate everything.
Yeah. That'll be a fun fire sale.
Yeah. So you're editing your new special. Are you talking about that? Are you excited about it?
I am.
Now, when you say editing, are you sitting there with an editor, or are you doing
I
it all
did for
yourself?
4 days, and then we finished it, and then there were some jokes in there.
Right on.
That just don't work anymore.
They don't work. It's crazy how quickly that fucking happens, dude. I didn't go on the road for like, I just had 6 weeks off where I just wasn't on the road. Well, I'm not selling tickets anymore, so CAA is not really booking me. But that's my own fault. Which I'll say this. If you're in Irvine, California, I will be at the Irvine Improv, which is probably the biggest room in the country.
It's humongous.
It's enormous. And we got to move those tickets. If you came last time,
you got to move those fucking tickets.
Please come out again. Basically, everybody that came to Irvine 2 years ago, I'm coming back. I canceled the show last time because they had me going back there doing the same hour of material that I had already done.
Not smart.
And then they had me in Brea 6 months afterwards too. So it's
like they understand this is what killed all the old comedians is touring with the same hour every year, and they're like, all right, go out. It's been 8 months. And you're like, well, I don't have a new hour. Like, come on, you're prolific.
It'll be a different hour, and I will never tour again. So this is your last chance to see me do stand up on
That's
the
what
West
I'm
Coast.
doing in January. I'm doing my final tour. January, February, March.
Well, you're 75 years old. I
That
mean,
is
you shouldn't
true.
be working anymore.
Yeah, they don't have ramp access.
Is your
to a lot of
dad
these.
still alive?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Just climbed Mount Kilimanjaro a few years ago.
Over the years, occasionally they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I was talking to my dad," or "You mentioned your dad." I'm like, he must have been born in like 1870.
He's pretty old.
I mean,
he's pretty old.
I don't understand. I mean, well, good for him, but yeah.
I think he made a deal to get out of that.
What is he? I imagine him as like a guy that calls into Washington Journal on C-SPAN.
He wears a suit on the reg, on the just like normal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anything except gardening, he's wearing a suit.
Those Washington Journal callers are the best. They're always like, my name is Ethel Groceries, and I am 114 years old, and the way that they're talking about Joe Biden, who is the best president I've ever seen in my life, is horrifying. To say that he's a young man. That's a young man. To say
I don't think he's old enough to be fit.
To say he's too old. All they did, I don't understand. How did they even get the phone?
Really
they pre-taped that show too. They're like, oh well, I got to call into Washington Journal.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's two sides of the coin of like the big fan who calls in about the Giants. You know, it's like, well, let me tell you with this whole like.
Yeah. That's a good movie.
It was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Patton kind of killed it in that one.
What's that?
Patton killed it in that one, kind of.
Yeah.
Underrated performance.
Yeah, he's a good actor. I mean, he's been good in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I thought he was a rat in Ratatouille. Yeah.
I liked him most in Dollhouse when he played this guy who had his fucking wife died or something, and so then he had some fucking hot chick dress up as his wife, and he got to like pretty much fuck this sex slave for a while to like make the grieving process happen. Sci-fi.
Yeah. That's cool. I'm trying to remember other movies.
It's an episode of a show.
Oh, it's a show.
Yeah.
Dollhouse is the show?
Who was in it? That hot chick.
Carmen Electra.
It wasn't Carmen Electra.
Well, I'm out of ideas. I got
I
nothing.
think she might have dated Louis afterwards.
Mm-hmm. I always like to imagine like the way Italian guys get horny for Carmen Electra. Still,
dude, I saw her at the CVS or Rite Aid on Sunset in Fairfax.
I'm trying to find a bitch looks like Carmen Electra.
Liza Dushku.
Oh, okay. Didn't something weird happen with her? I feel like that whole era.
Yeah, she hit 30 and failed.
Yeah, no, I think there's like a whole era of those kinds of like WB stars that were all just like sex robots created by the Pentagon. Like they've all got like weird baggage and stuff. Something
before the
bad,
term industry plant happened.
Something bad happened to all of them. You know what I mean? Like they all came from the same room as Zac Efron. Like, you know, in Alien 3, the clone room.
Yeah.
Like that's the rest of them are in there, and it's like Zac Efron goes through that room, and he's like, "Oh my God, is
They're
this
so
where,
hot.
Yeah, he's like, "Is this where I came from?" And Elijah Dushku's like, "Zach, please kill me."
Remember when Zac Efron got beat up in Echo Park?
No.
He got punched at Echo Park. Might have been someone else, but just run it with this anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, what's he doing in Echo Park late at night? And then it was like, oh, buying heroin.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason you would go there.
Yeah.
And someone was like, you that werewolf? And then just beat the shit out of him. Some other meth head was like, get the fuck away from me.
That's crazy that you get into selling drugs because it's easy money, and then you still got to work like a night shift in Echo Park.
Yeah.
You might as well just be a stockroom clerk at CVS.
Do 12 to 3.
Yeah. Anyways, Echo Park. How's that neighborhood doing?
I think it's the same. I think it's the only place in LA that has not failed in this new system.
What do you mean?
It's been homeless for years.
You're still like an LA guy, even though you've been here like a decade now.
I'm an LA comic.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Born and
but
bred.
you moved here because the LA scene was bad, and you wanted to get good at stand up and.
It wasn't bad. It was just like I wanted new shit.
Oh,
but it
okay.
was once I got here, I
Let's
realized.
be honest. You moved here because it was a bad scene, and you can't really get better in LA. And so you had to come to New York because there's more stage time, and the comics are better.
There was more stage time. I actually did come for a multitude of reasons. One was more stage time. Two was I want to finally fuck a black chick, and then I want new restaurants and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's just off the table in LA. I don't understand.
It's very segregated. The
But
white
you can
parts
just
are
go.
white.
You can go to those neighborhoods.
You can go, Nick.
Yeah.
Let me know how it is.
Oh, okay. What do you think would happen? Have you just never been to a black neighborhood?
They're not, from what I understand from that Michael Myers, not Michael Myers, Michael Moore.
Michael Myers?
No, who's the documentary?
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers,
the comedian.
No, the documentary.
You're talking about his movie, The Black Guy, where he plays.
He's like,
Yeah. I'm African American, baby. Yeah.
the smog is too much. Is where the black people live. Is what I was gonna say. The constant stream
LA
of fucking Newport smoke
is very segregated.
Yeah, it's weird. It's this weird melting pot, but it's not.
It is kind of like the like perfect example of just like kind of just liberal hypocrisy, where it's like, yeah, rainbow flag, but you know, like literally we have a class structure that's reinforced by hills. So the more money you have, the higher up you are.
They really do look down on them and go, ugh.
Literally.
They have their coffee on their decks
it's
that
like
are failing.
feudalism. It's the richest people live above the poison air.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
staring down at the rich people.
We used to go up to the roof of the Comedy Store and you'd see this ring around downtown.
The fact that in 2024 there's still a neighborhood that people kind of openly refer to as Black Beverly Hills. You know what I mean? Like
I know
that's
what that
just
is.
that's okay.
Yeah.
That you can just be like, oh yeah, that's Black Beverly Hills.
But also, like, how much...
Because black people aren't allowed to live in Beverly Hills.
But it's all Persian now anyway.
Yeah. They have their own
Other
version
Jews.
of it.
Yeah,
Can you
and you
imagine
ask,
if
like,
in
what's
New
the
York
average...
you'd be like, what's this? You're like, oh, that's the Black Financial District. It's like the financial district, just not as nice because it's for blacks. It's Black Tribeca is basically.
I remember when they showed me that, Black Beverly Hills, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, those are the rich black people. Like, what's like the average income? Like $48,000.
$27,000.
Yeah, but it's mostly cash. So.
Yeah, they all.
Do you go to LA at all?
No. Yeah.
You never lived there, or did you?
I did, yeah, briefly, but I don't. I mean, it's like, it's a heartless place. I'd say that.
So I was talking to Duncan about it recently. How like it's a specific kind of sad, and it's like it's worth like writing about.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really be. There's no room to not be like successful in LA. You're either failing or you're not even. Yeah, I mean, the people who do really well there aren't like
good.
Well, they're people that work in the industry. It's like that's who LA is for. It's for the people that work in the industry. It's not for people that go there to do creative stuff.
No, that's just for people to abuse those people.
Yeah,
it's all these producers are like. Whenever they take like, I want 80% of your project.
Yeah,
you're like, why? Like, because that's the way it's done.
It's kind of like going to LA thinking that you're going to be happy as an entertainer is like going to Vegas as a prostitute and being like, yeah, but that's the home of prostitution. It's like you're still going to be like, it's great if you like to fuck prostitutes. It's great for that, or if you're a pimp. But if you're like, that's not the place to go.
A steady stream of lost people coming in to take advantage of.
Meanwhile, if you're a prostitute and you move to New York, maybe you'll end up liking your barista job and you'll make friends and then you'll get involved in socialist politics. And who knows, 4 years later, you're bombing, libraries and you found some meaning in your life.
I got taken advantage of when I got there. It was like a free commercial acting seminar. I was like, all right, let me do that. And then they're like, all right, they showed us everything. It's like, by the way, you probably guys all need headshots. Like that's one of the things you got to get. 2 doors down in this building, there is a headshot guy. I recommend you go there. And then realized it was just a joint scam.
No, yeah.
Yeah, you just out $400.
It's crazy people still get scammed by the bottle scam.
What's the bottle scam?
Where somebody bumps into you and like pretend like they have a bag of shitty broken bottles that they like drop and they're like, man, you broke my fucking bottles. And then
that's why I don't go to the black neighborhood.
Yeah, right. And they're like, that was $400 worth of bottles. And
yeah,
like,
these are all mellow yellow bottles. When did you get this?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of Orangina. They're like, give me $1 million, and then people do it. And people like do it. They'll do it with glasses too. It'll be a guy holding reading glasses and be like, all right, I'll see you later. And they'll be like, man, you just broke my. These are $5 million glasses. And then it'll get people to pay
give them money.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. They do that in Thailand with like I'm pregnant scams, but then it's like I need to pay for this baby. You got to pay for it. You're like and they're like it's gonna be $500 every decade.
Walk up to you. I'm pregnant.
Well, it's chicks you fucked. But then as soon as you leave, they write you and they go. It's like your tour guide prostitute for the week.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, I'm
what do they
pregnant.
call those? Bar girls. Thai bar girls. Isn't that the name for it?
Maybe, but they got like 4 or 5 like rich London guys on the hook. So every couple of years,
yeah. Well,
I
I was watching like either it was a video series or a blog of like some guy was like, I decided to give everything up and go to Thailand and trying to frame it as anything other than like I just wanted to fuck Asian prostitutes.
God, it's so fun and easy.
Yeah, but it's like it's like. Because there has to be it's never going to be palatable to any English-speaking audience.
They're not
to say, I went to Thailand solely to fuck prostitutes.
Dude, I was in Cambodia and it was that sex prostitution and sex tourism in Phnom Penh. It's all these like 50s and 60-year-old men alone. They all know each other. Yeah. And they're all smiling. Mm-hmm. They're all just happy to be away from fucking dumb bitches.
Yeah.
God, they love... And the women are... Ugh. They're so happy. They're like they work so much harder than like other prostitutes.
Yeah.
Because they're like, this is nice.
Yeah.
I'm getting fucking paid today.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems miserable to me. I mean, the weather seems nice, but to have your whole life just be
fucking.
Yeah, but like Thai prostitutes. I don't.
Yeah, you get to fuck these white dudes with these massive 6-inch cocks.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like I don't. It's like I mean,
it's not first option if they could dream.
Like I love eating peanut M&Ms, right? That brings me like.
Yeah, we all know that
I would
about
never
you.
move to another country. If I had moved to another country where I don't speak the language, it doesn't matter how much money I have. Yeah. It's a poor country, and as like and to what?
But what if you
just have but now I can do this all the time. Because it's like you can do that here.
But what if peanut M&Ms are like $500 a pack here?
What's that?
What if peanut M&Ms are like $500 a pack here? And you weren't doing that well.
Then I'd have them occasionally. Or I'd figure out how to make my own peanut M&Ms. It's not that complicated.
Can I tell you, I'm glad you're touring again. We missed you. The stand-up
Me?
scene missed
I'm
you
barely
when you weren't doing stand-up.
Yeah.
You are the best. You should be doing more stand-up.
I'm barely touring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Hyenas though over the weekend. That's a great club.
Cincinnati? No.
No, Fort Worth.
Oh yeah.
And there
good.
seems to be
That
a
is
bit
good.
of confusion here because I wanted to go see. There was the Trump assassination attempt.
You were trying to get in on that.
Well, I was going to Dallas. I was like, I want to go to Dealey Plaza.
Wait, was it in Dallas?
No, it was in Butler Park, Pennsylvania, which is. That's what I was saying. It's so fun. That's how little respect they have for him.
Yeah, just do it where the great ones got it.
Yeah, just butt cheeks, PA. That's where we're taking them out behind.
That wasn't
barn.
even good enough for the fucking 9/11 wreckage.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, like honestly, the way they did Kennedy is like that's like a Vikings
Epic, cool,
right.
lots of. Come on, man.
Limousine,
moving target.
Yeah, right. But I wanted to go to Dealey Plaza and see the X, and they took it off the street, and
Right after that?
well, I wanted to go see it, and I Googled it. I'm like, let me go see the X, and it's off. I found an article from 2013 saying the X was gone.
Because of Elon Musk?
And I don't know, but I mentioned it on stage, and then people were like, what? No, it's not. And then people at the show afterwards were like, they had no idea the X had been removed from Dealey Plaza. So now I don't know. It could be gone. It could be back. They could have taken it away, but that does not seem to be a thing people in Dallas are aware of.
I love when people try to correct you on something, and you're like, well, I was there, and you guys are wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
I
no,
saw it.
Big Ben is 17 feet tall. I've been there. I've seen it myself. I know it's
not that big.
I was confused. I was referring to the Lego. I didn't realize there was an actual.
It's Paquito Doggo.
Yeah, that is a stupid. There's someone they should.
Big Ben sucks.
Someone should 9/11 Big Ben.
It's overdue.
Some just fucking gay clock, and we're supposed to like respect it.
It would do everyone a service.
Yeah.
It creates traffic. It's not cool. It's just a clock tower.
It's a stupid clock.
Just get rid of it. Make a park.
Right. It peaked kind of during the what was that? The Great Mouse Detective, which is a frequent reference on this show. If you have not seen the Great Mouse Detective,
Hey, all you British incels that follow Nick Mullen, let's go bomb that Big Ben clock.
Adam's doing shows in London coming up, and from what I hear, it's selling pretty well.
Yeah, they don't get.
I was disappointed because he doesn't sell well in the United States. He does not sell good tickets here.
They respect retards more over there.
Well, I was worried because he was like, I think I'm going to go to the UK. And I was hoping, because in his mind, it's like, well, I'm an intellectual, and that's why this American audiences can't appreciate me. I'm going to go to the UK. I was hoping he would sell 0 tickets. And then there was no there was no market for Adam at all in the UK. But that's not the case. He happens to be selling a lot, which is to my British friends, you have no idea the damage that's going to cause stateside when this guy comes back wearing a top hat, thinking that he's some sort of erudite intellectual comedian. He's like, oh, I'm like Bill Hicks.
As if they don't have fucking Hicks in London.
Mm-hmm.
As if they don't have trash over there.
Yeah,
like all of Camden Lock is not garbage.
Yeah. I've never been. I have no idea.
It rules. You would do well there.
What?
It is great
UK?
in London. You would sell tickets for sure.
I don't know. I feel
fun.
like I need to travel more before
I would say
either
you do.
World War III or this country just sort of dissolves into a mess.
I tried to get Nick Mullen on my podcast, my travel podcast. You'd be tripping. And
But I don't travel.
You were like, I don't really do it.
I don't. I should get into it. I feel like, it's there's not going to be an opportunity for it much longer.
Well, I got some brothals in Thailand you can hit up.
That's
or
it.
Brazil.
Every time there is like things start popping off in the Middle East, I'm like, I should have seen those buildings before they blow them up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, giant Hindu statue.
Yeah, it's like even like you remove all the politics from it. I don't care if it was a Satanist, if it was a Satanist pedophile temple from the year 3000 BC. I want to see it. You know what I mean?
It's cool.
It's cool.
Old.
It's a piece of history. You know.
Do you know about how Angkor Wat was discovered? Do you know what Angkor Wat is?
Yes, it's like a monkey palace in the middle of the jungle, and it's where King Louis lives in the Jungle Book.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure it's similar to that. But I've always imagined buying Angkor Wat, and I live there, and I have monkey assistants, and I'm just drunk off pina coladas all day long.
Oh, Love that dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And imagine like conveyor belts with like rope made out of, all the pulleys. It's
Out
like
of vines.
Yeah, vine ropes and stuff, and it's all it's like twine where it hurts you when you touch it.
Yeah.
But it's like it's bringing up my ice cubes for my pina colada. I'm taking meetings with the local tribes people,
God.
and they're like, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're saying.
I've made no effort to learn your language.
I don't know what you're saying. I can't help you. And then chimps just tear him to pieces while we all laugh. And then we have The Simpsons on DVD. So then me and the chimpanzees will just watch The Simpsons afterwards.
It was discovered by a British just like guy on a long hike.
Mm-hmm.
And he found it and he thought it was an abomination and
Mm-hmm.
put the brushes back and said, I'm not telling anybody about this. He told his wife, and then like 60 years later, some explorer found it.
Yeah.
He was like, no one's discovered that. He goes, I discovered it. Leave it alone. It sucks.
You know what I would never do is go into one of the great pyramids.
I've done that. Why not?
It's just like, this
tomb.
thing's 3,000 years old.
They can build a bridge in Minneapolis.
It could collapse at any moment, and then you're just trapped.
Who did better work? The fucking people building buildings in Miami or the pyramids?
Did something collapse in Miami too?
Yeah, a bunch of Jews went down. It was a Holocaust.
Oh, Miami Holocaust.
2.0. Yeah.
That's pretty cool, like a neon swastika. I mean, like lasers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that there was this weird thing happening on the internet where people, what is it? Is the aesthetic called like, is it called vaporwave?
What is it?
I don't know. It was this weird like, it was like an aesthetic that people got into if they had they just didn't understand design or what was cool. It was like this gay VHS kind of laser pink thing that people got into, and there was music that went along with it, and it was just garbage. It was cultural garbage.
Like neon 80s or something?
Yeah,
different?
neon kind of 80s stuff from like triangles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put it up on the screen real quick.
Okay. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah.
It was
I
after
recognize
Drive
that.
came out and the soundtrack got popular, and the people are like, you know what I'm really into? Is like kind of lo-fi 80s, like, everything is like...
I love the different levels of I discovered this myself. Where
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like Spotify suggested it to me alone, and then it's like I was into this before everybody.
That was like the birth of the modern iteration of just narcissism in general. Was like 2009 when nerd culture became a thing of personal discovery. Rather than like, it used to be people would be like aspire to be a part of something. There was some kind of like collectivist element to your like asserting your independence. And then it shifted. It's like now all marketing is like the ice cream that speaks to you because you are you and you can only be you and define you. And so you can have this ice cream because that's what you would do, and it's not
and this is what happens is when you walk by a coffee shop with a chick and it's like one of those all white decors with a little pink neon, and they go, ooh, and you're like, why do you think this would be good coffee?
Yeah, right.
What makes you specifically, dumb chick, think this would be good coffee?
Yeah. And it's funny because all of those businesses eventually if they last, they grow to the extent that they're everywhere, and then they lose kind of all they can maintain is like consistency in terms of their branding. But then it all decays. It all like it falls by the wayside, and especially in the city, you see it. All of these chains that were once like you know the place was it Hale and Hardy?
Oh yeah,
like the soup place. There was still a couple of them. They'd be around, and it's like it's just like the food is just napkins and rotten bread. It's like, and like nothing was updated in like the style of it or anything. And before you know it, 10 years go by, and all of this stuff that was fun and new and exciting is now just. It's like it's metastasized and it's cancerous, and it's just a reflection that, not only is it not cool anymore, it'll never be subject to nostalgia because it sucked to begin with.
It's like Bubba Gump's.
Huh?
Bubba Gump's.
The shrimp company?
Yeah, and then the restaurants. At first it was like, oh, from the whatever movie.
I was never excited about it. I was never like, finally, dude. The Forrest Gump restaurant. Yeah.
Hicks were. Bet's got a great bit about it at the time. But now it just still exists, but it's in no relation to Forrest Gump, which most of their patrons have never seen. Because it's 30 years ago. New Balance. I didn't know any white people have New Balance.
I wear nothing but New Balance. And Sambas, I guess, sometimes.
That was Miss Pat's best joke about after like Black Lives Matter.
What happened to Miss Pat?
She's crushing it on all black shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got like 3 shows going on, but she goes when people were like, "All lives matter," that whole fight. She goes,
I
"Shut
say
up, white
that-
people! Nobody trying to take your New Balance."
I still frame things like that. I'm the one that's checked out and I have no contact with anybody, and I'm like, what the hell happened to Shane Gillis? You never hear about that guy.
Do you ever see a friend who you did not know has become huge, and then you're just walking along, and it's like, "Oh, that's so cool! That guy recognized you," and they're like pissed about it, and it happens 40 more times, and you're like, "Oh, you're successful."
No.
Went to a Yankee game with DeStefano, and then it hit me.
Oh yeah, you didn't realize what level he's at.
Yeah, like you've leveled up since Guy Code.
Yeah, it's weird. I've been with Tim. Anytime you're with Tim gets recognized more than anybody.
Well, he's very visible.
And then it feels like it's always a guy with his like mom and dad. It's always like an adult man that has his parents with him.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like, dude, I'm a huge fan, and it's like parents are waiting there, and it's like the guy's like 38 years old. I don't know if it's like Tim just goes to parent places or why that is, but
you're saying his fan base is good sons.
Yeah, because it's not like you get the sense that they live with their parents. It's just that they are constantly going out to lunch with their parents. Yeah.
It's crazy to go out to
Maybe
lunch
it's
with
the
your
type
parents.
of the restaurant. No, I mean the biggest one is what, David Caruso, and he wasn't like he had some.
He had cred. NYPD Blue was cred.
Yeah, but that's a lateral move to CSI.
Nah, NYPD Blue was cool. CSI was I think it's guys that are just slowing down, and then they're fucking that or hosting a game show.
Do you think the guy that edited the intro to CSI Miami knew what he was doing?
He's dooming that guy.
Yeah, especially because that was probably around the time of the Howard Dean thing. That guy was like, you know what? Fuck David Caruso.
I'm gonna fucking doom him right now.
From now on, for the rest of his life, that guy's not going to be able to have a moment of peace. It's going to be people putting on sunglasses and saying "yeah" to his face. Yeah, bah, bah, bah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Mm-hmm. And so his character is blind on that show.
No, he's not. I thought he's like he can talk to dead people.
Oh, can he on CSI Miami?
What's that job called?
The Mentalist.
No. But there's a job.
That's such a funny name for a show, The Mentalist.
It's just saying retard. It's really just saying retard.
Well, what does that mean? The Brainalyzer. The Thinkest.
Imagine writing a great show and they're like, all right, we got to come up with a title. It's as important as the plot.
Yeah. The Mentalist.
The Mental. Got it. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, I always thought that was like and I've said this, it's a joke I've made on the show before, but the laziest named movie is The Bone Collector.
Why? What was he just killed people?
He just killed people. There wasn't any bones really being collected.
It was a misdirect. Common Hollywood term, misdirect.
I guess it's like they were just like, what's a cool name for a cow? How about The Bone Collector?
It is cool.
Yeah.
It's almost like this is cool. Let's save this for another.
Yeah.
For another one.
Yeah. There was some. I'm trying to jog my memory. There's something else recently that I was like, really? That's
the title.
That's the title you went with? Yeah. Did you see Longlegs?
I did, and I loved it.
You loved it. Okay. Yeah.
No, it was like anytime you go with, I'll go back in time and erase the past, or multiverse, where it's like, oh, I can just jump universes, or, oh, it was Satan.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's a cop-out. It's a cop-out.
Yeah. People are saying that it's...
it was eerie.
Well, people are like, it's the new Silence of the Lambs. And
Fuck off. No way.
Well, it's not even close to that. But on top of that, it's also like, it very clearly borrows elements from Silence of the Lambs to be evocative of Silence of the Lambs. And if, like, I don't understand how you can do that and then have people be like, you know what this reminds me of, and not be embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be like if you were like literally Joker, you were like, it's the new Taxi Driver. It's like, well, no, it's not.
Well, yeah.
It's referencing Taxi
They even
Driver.
hired the guy from Taxi Driver on purpose.
Yeah, it's not. You're not pointing at. You're not. There's no insight here.
They asked Adam whatever and whoever the other live guys from Beastie Boys about Eminem's new album, because it's just the back of a plane with a thing, and this guy was like, so he copied your album cover. What do you think? And they're like, it's an homage, guys. He wasn't stealing it. Like, it's obviously ours.
Yeah, right.
That's guys. He's not trying to like profit off us.
Yeah,
he's saying something.
Yeah, a thing trying to be another thing explicitly can never be the new this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could you could say Longlegs is the new Star Wars.
I'm not the new Jack the
be,
Ripper just because I've killed a lot of prostitutes at night.
Yeah. It would be insane to say that.
Yeah.
But it would still make more sense to me than saying it's
Star Wars.
It's the new movie that
that is exactly
that. That you just clearly are referencing for the first quarter of it.
The whole time you're trying to figure out, like, well, why did she? And it's like, oh, Satan just didn't let her see some stuff.
I thought it was honestly kind of racist that they put
no black people in it.
Well, no, that they put Nicolas Cage and sort of like gave him like sort of an Irish American phenotype.
Whiteface,
but
fat
then
face.
Also, just kind of the weird nose and stuff. I mean, he looks like a distant Kennedy, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, what are you saying? Are you saying the Kennedy? Are you saying the Catholics are raping children? Is that what you're trying to say here? They're lucky I didn't bring my gun to the movie theater like I normally do, just in case the movie doesn't.
Let's
scratch my itch politically.
Yeah, let's you and I shoot up a new Joker, and then just to get people to go, I told you.
Yeah. It was so funny when that movie was coming out, and people are like, if this movie comes out, there will be a mass shooting at the movie theater. And it's like, that was probably the most insane of all the dumb fucking things people said about.
Didn't they shoot up a Judd Apatow movie?
Gun violence. That was the dumbest. Is that the new if we let the Joker movie come out.
Yeah. Like, people are going to be so enraged. Like, well, thank God I have my concealed carry here.
Yeah, right. It's like, are you 2 years old? Do you have a 2-year-old's brain?
I get the sense that's what that 2025 thing is, project. Where it's like 7 people are talking about it, and then both sides are using it as, like, bait, so it becomes way, way bigger.
I have no idea what it is. I don't care. Trump's not going to win. I think it's we're just going to be dragged into another never-ending war in the Middle East, and we're headed.
We're not really out of that yet, are we?
Well, I mean, that's like the thing. Biden did get us out of Afghanistan. That's what getting out of Afghanistan looks like. It looks like a bunch of people hanging off a fucking plane and dropping to their death, and the Taliban getting a bunch of military equipment. But we're out of Afghanistan. It's like we would just continue kicking the can down the road forever.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh well, we're keeping there's like a consultation group there, and we'll keep like a security forces there. Oh, there's an insurgency. Okay, well we'll send more troops over to deal with that. It would just be fucking indefinite. It would go forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Are we going to war with Iran? It seems like very clear whoever has the money wants there to be a big fucking conflagration.
Yeah, it does seem like that. I remember when
Obama
was trying to get into Syria.
The smartest thing Iran could do is nothing. If they just did nothing in response, they were like, this sucks. It would the United States would have to be like, well, we're invading Iran anyways. We're doing it anyways. We're just going to do it anyways. Which will probably happen. Which will probably
for quite a while.
I mean, it's insane. It's like, and then it gets more desperate as, like, do you think somebody was trying to kill Trump other than this fucking Crooks guy? I don't know I can't even begin to get into that. But like, as soon as it happens, you get fucking John Bolton and Blinken going to the news being like, well, you know, I mean, Iran has been trying to kill him. Iran, not that they're saying that they did it, but it could have been Iran. They're just like using that to try and manufacture consent for this fucking.
I have been saying for a while if China or Russia, but I guess Iran would go too. Like any enemy of America really wanted to defeat us, they would make an assassination attempt on Trump and make it look like a Democrat.
Yeah.
And then just watch us all like deal with each other.
What, like a civil war?
Yeah,
I don't think like all of the will for any kind of civil war revolution doesn't exist in America, and it never will. It just won't happen.
Pretty lazy.
It just won't happen. I mean, it's like
you may
January 6th and the BLM riots as close as you get.
And they didn't
that they did not even get remotely.
There wasn't a risk of really toppling the government.
It was never going to fucking
They're like, all right, let's go out the back door. These idiots are out front.
Yeah.
We'll be back this afternoon.
Even if they had killed Nancy Pelosi,
yeah, it
still wouldn't have amounted to anything.
It would have been like, that's nuts. Yeah. It is crazy that the guy who, like, listen, if I'm trying to stab you, or a president, I'm trying to, and I need a knife, I need to get close, and I try to lunge at him, and somebody stopped me. They'd be like, oh shit, well you got close, but somebody stopped you.
Yeah.
But if I like missed with a knife, it'd be like it's kind of weird. Like,
yeah, people
he
just
went
feel
with
bad.
sniper
Yeah,
and got a clear shot.
yeah.
And then just didn't hit. Was he just kind of good at sniping?
The roof was very hot. I imagine it was probably.
So it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was imagining it was very uncomfortable.
Maybe it was like that. You see that Olympian pulls the arrow back and then a bee stings her finger right when she shoots and shoots it right to the ground.
I did see. I'm not
training.
watching the Olympics because it's.
Because you're a communist.
What's that?
Because you're a communist. Because Iran's not in this year, and that's all you root for is Iranian.
No. Just because the Olympics is gay.
Oh, right.
It's never been cool.
Wasn't that fun when the gayest part of the gayest sport?
That's
the Olympics
what
is and then they had the gayest part, which is the opening ceremony, and it got too gay.
You're telling me that you have the opening ceremony.
It's all about costuming.
At the Olympics in France. Was gay?
Oh
my God. Oh my God. They've ruined the opening ceremony of the France Olympics.
Yeah.
It's like, let me ask you this. What are gay people allowed to have?
What are they allowed?
What are they allowed?
Cock.
What are they? You mean to tell me you were there like, y'all ready to watch the opening ceremony of the Olympics in France?
Dude, everybody I know who was mad did not watch it.
Yeah.
And I was you've been instructed on how to be mad and why.
Yeah, right. And then it's like, oh, they're insulting the Last Supper. Okay, tell me what part of the Last Supper? Which one of these characters are they supposed to represent?
Yeah, which one?
Which one? Since you're so familiar with the Last Supper,
dude, it was so funny watching people's reasoning crumble. They're like, but you can't do a mockery of that, and you're like, you can't do a new interpretation of that. They go, here's the Sopranos doing it.
Yeah,
and they go, well, that's different. That's actors. I'm like, well, it's murderers.
Do you remember
here's Simpsons doing it?
What was it? It was like the opening ceremony at the Beijing Olympics, or maybe it was the one in what was it? Sochi. Was it one? It was like the two Russian bodybuilders, like just doing like Tom of Finland style gay sex. It was two of them, which is arguably gayer.
Just two is like really like
two.
This is real.
If it was, you could have 1 million trans people dancing around on stage. If it was just two guys fucking each other,
that's far gayer.
Yeah,
it is far gayer.
The only thing maybe there's a Harley Davidson in the background somewhere, but
looking at each other nose to nose.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That would be worse, and that's kind of what that one was. But the story that's going around today is that people keep sharing this fucking. And I'm not a communist, by the way. I want to make that clear. I don't.
It took you a long time to come up with the answer for why you're not.
I was so insulted. That's not the answer as to why I'm not. But I'm not a communist. I want to make that.
Run
clear.
it back. Run that tape back.
Yeah, I am not a communist.
Marxist? What would you call yourself? You're like a neocom?
I think if you really had to put me in a box, I'm nothing more than just a run-of-the-mill social democrat. I like giggling.
Putting in a box
and the things I giggle
thing.
at are often racist. That's it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't know.
What were you going to say about it, though?
This new thing now with there's this weird thing happening online. It's this like iterative like thing that you just keep seeing over the last 4 days, where there's a story about some Algerian boxer, a female boxer, who beat the shit out of another female boxer.
Great.
But she looks like a man.
Yeah, she's a boxer.
Because she's a boxer.
Yeah, they're not the debutantes.
And so people post the story. And be like, look what they allowed to happen. And then people respond like, this is fucking disgusting and wrong, and like you can't have these people competing. And then they post that, and then they read it and they find out, oh, this isn't a trans person.
Right.
It's not a trans person.
It's the same outrage.
It's the same
level of like, I can't believe this.
Well, they're mad. There's no evidence that it's a trans person. The best they can say is like, well, she has elevated testosterone levels. But because they've already posted and they're already mad, they double down. And so they have to like find some kind of thing where it's like, yeah, but the whole thing just like, because it blows up the entire argument because now here you do have a woman, by your transphobic definition of what a woman is, competing in a woman's sport.
Yeah.
And you just don't like it for that reason. Well, then it invalidates all the other stuff about it.
Because no one's like, oh, shit, I guess I was right. And every time you see a post and it got everybody going, you look over their feed and you're like, all they do is rile people up.
It tricks other people, so then other people fall for it, and then they read and they're like, well, then they're doubling down.
This is the online version of outside in L.A., outside a movie premiere. They'll
yeah.
hire 15 people to show up waiting for Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And then other people are like, what are you waiting for? Like, Tom Cruise. I'm like, oh, okay. And then they all show. Then there's not 200 people, and then the 15 hired people, they can just leave because there's already a crowd now.
Well, it's funny, that they're doing that too with seeing people getting that's the other thing. It's so funny, all of like the conservatives and Trump people have spent they were just fully expecting the Democrats to keep Joe Biden until the bitter end. So they had no plan other than calling him an old retard.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay, how about a black lady that's half his age?
She's an old retard.
They have nothing.
Yeah.
They have fucking nothing. And now what they're going on...
Because their guy was a couple
well,
years
they're like,
younger
well,
than the other
her
one.
record is terrible. It's like, well, you said she doesn't have any record at all.
Shut
so
up.
I got you just say she hasn't really done anything.
Yeah.
They've kind of like just kept her in the background for 4 years, so there's nothing to even really criticize. Now they can just look at the accomplishments of the Biden administration and say, oh, well, that was her. They're lying, but they can do it.
Yeah.
But on top of that, like what I'm seeing now is they go, oh, well, she's not even black. And it's like, come on. Like,
but also, like, don't you want her to not be black?
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, who's the target for that?
That was the Obama wasn't
like,
born in
black
America
people
thing.
are going to be like, wait a minute. She's not black. And now I've seen this. I've seen people go online. They go, well, her mom was Indian and her dad was Jamaican. And Jamaicans, I literally saw a guy on Twitter try to make the argument that Jamaicans are not black. And it's like, you've completely lost your mind.
Lost your mind.
You're out of your...
It's just trying too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they showed that whatever, and it's like, that guy's dick is out. And then they're like, no, it's just a tear in his stockings. Like, well, still. Like, what do you mean his dick wasn't out?
Oh, at the Olympics.
All my friends who got mad, they're like, he exposed his dick to a bunch of people. Like, you've seen me do that to thousands of people over the years, and we're not upset.
Well, people get really... It's funny. I remember that, like... I don't even know if I want to like go into it, but nobody pays attention anymore. Somebody's subscribing to his Substack, so I get all of his newsletters. That's Seth Simon's guy.
Oh,
so he's still going at it.
Still trying to.
His headlines are amazing. He's honestly very funny.
I use one of his quotes as a quote on my bio.
I get a newsletter from him every 2 weeks. Somebody signed me up for it. It'll be like, well, that's it. Shane Gillis just officially said we need to put all black people in concentration camps and gas them to death.
It's like a reverse puzzle where you're like, let me see how he got there.
I know. And then you go, and then you watch the clip, and he's like, what happened to like Blimpie sandwiches? And then he's like, obviously Blimpie went out of business after a racial discrimination lawsuit that happened 45 years ago. And then if you look, that damaged their business. So he's saying that to Dogwist to signal that, oh, it was the blacks that ruined the restaurant. So maybe we should kill all of them. Is that what you're saying? I think it is. Please subscribe. It's $6 a month. And his leaps are great. But that was the thing. He was like complaining about the first Skanks Fest. He's like, he's trying to make the argument that Skanks Fest is a reactionary kind of fascist sort of event. And
fascist?
Yeah, it's a conservative, racist, fascist
That
event.
I can see communist.
And
the free mushrooms, maybe.
His opening, the first thing he opens with is like, Ari Shaffir had his penis out on stage.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so what are you, like a prude? It's like, I don't understand. Are you, like, what argument are you trying to make?
Prudishness is always a fun thing for the right or the left.
Yeah,
like, they go to like,
there's no consistency.
Let's just say Donald Trump has a small dick.
Yeah, they were like engaging in facsimile gay sex, which you find what? To be degenerate or disgusting? Or
you know how we got Louis down there for the Brooklyn one?
What's that?
They were trying to get him down, but he was just recently like kind of like had just come back to stand up because I'm not going to Brooklyn. They're like, dude, it's not Brooklyn. It's Skankfest.
Yeah.
This isn't like a local audience.
And what's his deal? What do you mean he won't go to Brooklyn?
It was right when he came
That's
back.
like a Sex in the City joke.
He was like, these are the most woke people. I know you live probably there.
Yeah, I live in Bed-Stuy.
But you know how it is. The shows there are kind of like...
I don't actually do the shows.
Right.
We do
Well,
our
they
show.
do get
We
like
do
that.
our show at Funny Moms, and I go there sometimes. And even though that seems to be, I mean, I kind of just project how I feel, which is like, I don't. If I saw Nick DiPaolo trying to do 20 minutes at like Cut Your Penis Off bar,
Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine it wouldn't go well, and I'd laugh about how bad it was. But I don't think like. It's not like they would try to send him to jail over it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I think it's kind of overblown.
Well, this is how they got him to go down.
Yeah.
It is overblown, but also it's like I've done it in Brooklyn where I'm like starting. I'm like, you know how like sometimes the crowd's just against you, and then I remember having people going, "Oh, I meant to tell you that they're gonna hate you for what you
bad
are."
experience I ever had performing in Brooklyn is I went to Over the 8 to do the open mic after like 2 years of not doing open mics.
It's gonna be tough no matter what.
And the whole crew had cycled, and there was like I didn't know any of the comics there, and I said something to the effect of like, it's like it's fun to be back doing a dog shit open mic, after, And just thinking that there would be some kind of solidarity over the sense that we're going up reciting jokes at other aspiring comedians, which is could not be a more pathetic of an event.
Yeah.
And then the host gets on a different mic and she goes, "You're shitty." And then the rest of them cheer. And I'm like, no, I'm not criticizing you guys. I'm criticizing this event of having to recite jokes at each other. I mean, like, that is kind of pathetic on all of our behalves. Maybe we could laugh about our circumstance. And they're like, boo. You know, they boo.
Like, you guys don't even do negativity at all?
Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, I guess that's my time. And I just left, you know, because it's like, okay, if you want, I mean, there should at least be an acknowledgement that none of you are going to go anywhere. You know, it's like you're going to...
It can be like, this sucks. We sucks. We're in a coffee shop. That was the standard when I started.
You're going to take turns dating each other and then eventually go to each other's weddings, hosted.
And then early funerals.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Hosted at the... Which, and just laughably pathetic funerals. They say, oh, we're doing a memorial show for Mike, who was bitten to death by the Cocker Spaniels that he was walking for a living. You know, they overtook him, and you know, but yeah, it's like that's not a good way to end up. You know? And who I think about more than anything is the guys that really gave something up to
do it. Like the doctors who turned to. I love that because then their wives are like, "What are you doing? Go back to doctoring. You're not making any money."
Well, often they don't have wives. I mean, that's
yeah, I've seen a few wives leave in the middle, like, "Hey, this is your dream. This was never mine."
There was that guy that was like a big-time corporate lawyer who got into it, and I'm not going to say his name.
Geraldo?
No, not Geraldo.
He was a lawyer, wasn't he?
He was, but he started comedy when he was like 27.
A couple comedians. Dr. Ken Jeong was a doctor. Matt Eisen was a doctor.
Ken Jeong? You call him Dr. Ken?
That's when he started. No, that's when he started.
Dr. Jill.
He went by Dr. Ken. That's how I met him. He was Dr. Ken.
Oh, Dr. Ken, of course.
Yeah. Dude, he would give us actual medical advice. We were like, "Hey, what's this growth?" And he'd be like, "It's nothing." Or like, "No, you got to go in for that."
Yeah.
We would be like, "Doctor, can I talk to you?"
I saw somebody.
It was great. He ruled.
I was just laughing with somebody. There was like it was the last guy. Was it Andre that was on? And they had him. Was it him and Dr. Ken?
What, he goes,
Ken, when they had him and Ken Jeong do something that was like the past and future of Asian comedy, and it's like, this is so arbitrary. I mean, it's like
Bobby Lee's just seething in the corner.
Well, I mean, it's like what? It's like just pick two.
I go on stage.
Yeah, right. The past and future of
Asian comedy.
Yeah.
By the way, that's an easy, like, there's 9 of them, so let's figure out which one's on which side.
Yeah.
And so here's what I'm going to say with Louis. So we're trying to get Louis to come down. He's like, "I don't know." He's like, "Bro, they would all love you here." He goes, "I don't know." And he goes, "What's happening right now?" And he goes, "Okay." And they go, Ari is literally chasing Corinne Fisher with his dick out on stage. She's screaming and running away.
Yeah.
And he goes, "I'll be down in a few."
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He goes, "What's the crowd doing?" Like, they're cheering for it. Yeah. Everyone's having a good time. He's like, "I'll see you soon."
Seth's going to get word of that, and that's going to be clipped. Louis C.K. enticed to perform at Skanks Fest by promises of rape. Guaranteed rape for him. Yeah.
Dude, this hair gives you power, huh?
No, I got to get a fucking cut, man. I've just been... It's the same reason I grew my beard out for like 3 years.
This is your look, buddy.
I don't know.
Try pigtails.
I
cut
do
it
that.
out. Do full pigtails.
Sometimes, yeah. I spent the entire day with the cat at the vet yesterday, so I got the cat taken care of. Now I got to do my own.
What do you mean taken care of? That sounds mafioso. Are you that casual at putting your cat down?
No, I didn't put the cat down. The cat had dental issues that had to be attended to.
Oh. And
then I called one of those like in-home vets a couple weeks ago because the cat wasn't eating. She had like a bunch of pain.
Oh shit!
And so she fixed her up at the time. She gave her like medicine and antibiotics, but she was like, "Yeah, these teeth need to be pulled because they're just going to keep getting infected." So, but the only place, because she's like a mobile vet, the only place she could do it was like all the way down in fucking Gravesend. So I had to drive all the way down there, and then I spent the entire day in Gravesend just killing time.
Gravesend?
Gravesend, yeah.
Damn, I don't know Brooklyn at all.
Yeah, that's what you don't drive.
I do drive, but not to Brooklyn.
Do you have a car?
Yeah, I got it in pandemic when I had to, like,
really? What do you drive?
Like a gray Toyota Camry, license plate.
All right. Yeah, keep an eye out, folks. Keep an eye out for that Camry.
Just a little Corolla.
Yeah, but I got the cat. We got a couple of her teeth removed, and she's hopefully doing better now, because she's old. She's very old.
That sucks.
Very old
Teeth
cat.
removed. Damn.
Yeah.
How do they bring you dead birds anymore? You have to give her an already dead bird.
She was never a dead bird cat. I found her outside, so she's like happy to be inside.
I love when cats do that. It's like one of my favorite things of just misinterpretation.
Mm-hmm.
Is the dead cat on the pillow.
Yeah.
A blogger would be like, "How dare you do this? It's offensive."
Yeah, it'd be cool if you had a pet snake that brought you like pigs.
Wrapped up and like
strangled pigs. Just like covered in saliva. They just like threw up an entire dead pig. They would just bring you John Voight and leave it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a dumb animal.
Snakes?
Yeah, and it's funny because it's like even like 6,000 years ago they knew it was stupid. So when they invented religion, they were like, well, there's got to be a reason
to have these.
The God probably was like, I'm taking your legs away because you
showed no emotion and
you tricked women into hiding their pussies.
No, that's what it was. The snake lost their leg and ability to talk.
Yeah, right.
Because of what he tricked Eve.
That is the story of Genesis, basically. Is the fall is it was like guys 6,000 years ago being like, we used to be able to just get pussy whenever. There was nothing special about it. You walked around naked all the time. You wanted pussy right there, and then a snake tricked a woman into
tricking a man.
Into tricking a man, right? Yeah. So now we can't get pussy anymore.
They're smart. Do you know that Robert Mitchum Calypso album?
I feel like I should go to Jerusalem now and see all the buildings.
Before they're gone.
Before it's too late. Istanbul, too. Probably.
Do you know Istanbul was Constantinople, but now it's Istanbul?
Yeah. It's gone back and forth like a couple of times.
Yeah, been a long time gone.
Yeah. I feel like, I want to see Turkey before Turkey implodes.
Turkey's a regional superpower. I'm thinking of going there to fucking fix this.
Okay. All right.
I went for one day. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been to Rome. I haven't seen anything.
You got out there, man. What are you waiting for?
The oldest place I've been, I think, is Walt Disney World.
Not even in Rhode Island?
Yeah, I think that's from what, the 30s or something?
Oh, my God.
I say this like I want to be cultured, but I would be satisfied with just going to like Busch Gardens.
That's a culture of type.
They have Europe.
Trash is a culture.
They have Europe in Busch Gardens. That's like a European theme. Busch Gardens. Have you been to Busch Gardens?
It's big J-Core.
Is it?
It's his whole aesthetic.
What, Europe?
J-Core. No, it's Busch Gardens and just like theme parks in general.
It's amazing. They got dragons.
Yeah,
they have like a fake Germany.
Dude, it's really cool. And you could eat all over the world.
I learned a lot about Germany, actually. They got like 5 different types of hot dogs.
I do like Big J's costuming, whatever, because at least he does have a sense of style, as trash as it is.
He should have been the opening ceremony at the Olympics.
He should have been. Because then both wings, right and left, would be, this is gay.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine if it was just a bunch of guys doing the fucking like
the full Monty,
the break stuff music video? Yeah. yeah. If that was the opening ceremony, Fred Durst, Big J Okerson, Guy Fieri, the Smash Mouth guy, that female Secret Service agent that couldn't put her gun away, the whole crew, the whole family is back together.
She took some heat on that one.
Yeah, I want to see an interview with her.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you she would be like, brother, it's all about doing the best you can in the moments that you can do them. You know what I'm saying? I try to maintain a positive attitude. I'm in my spare time, I'm a Christian youth minister.
Yeah.
To other Santa Fe style.
She's that right-wing lesbian that nobody shows in the ratings.
To other Santa Cruz style lesbians, I give them. I teach them about
teacher
that.
lesbian.
Yeah, right. She is. You can look at that lady and you know what her deal is.
Hey, prediction for lesbians and trans and stuff.
She had a big weekend planned of making ribs and inviting
now she's got to be online.
Yeah, two other ladies like that over, and they were gonna have
a brown sugar on them.
They were gonna have a couple of beers and sit around, maybe play Uno,
beat up a fag.
Yeah, right.
Here's my prediction for trans stuff.
Yeah.
You know Brittany Griner? You've heard of her?
Yeah, she got Russia. Yeah.
She's going to, as soon as she retires from the WNBA, she's going to transition to male. She can't do it now because then they would all be like, you can't play here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as she retires, she's male side.
And she'll go the other way?
What do you mean?
She's going to be
she's currently a female.
She's currently a female. And she's going to be a man, and they won't let her play in
The NBA.
The NBA. Because she's not good enough, or because
she's not good enough.
Oh, okay.
Or because like no, it's only a men's only sport.
Yeah.
The NBA though, male sports would allow in a woman.
Yeah.
Like they do actually in college football has women
It's
kickers.
weird because I feel like we're going to get to, because I feel like trans culture hasn't materialized in any kind of way that has broader appeal.
They need to embrace the Trans Am as their company car.
Well, this is the point that I'm making is I'm familiar enough with trans people stuff to know that the shit that they like is like, it's not unique enough to their identity.
Right.
You know, it's like fucking the hat from Bob's Burgers.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like some internet stuff, but it's not like, you know, it's like Funko Pops. There's nothing about like in the same way that like just regular gay culture has all of this kind of like stuff. You know what I mean?
Because trans is actively trying to not be what they were assigned.
A lot of the stuff that could have been trans stuff just got absorbed into gay culture through like drag. Right, like drag almost belongs more to the gay world than the trans world.
Oh, that was the other thing that the right wing got mad about. Like, look at these trans. I'm like, that's drag. I'm like, that's trans. I'm like, no, it's drag. They're not even saying they're women.
And so I feel like because of that, we're gonna end up in a situation where in like probably 40 years, being trans is like just sort of normal. There's no more conversation. Like the idea of gender dysphoria, that'll be like a normal thing. But then there will still be gay culture that will be up for debate, where it's like they're like, if you want to fuck boys, just become a woman. You know, it's like it's going to turn into that.
I legitimately, no joke, think that trans just needs to be broadened to where like the bull dykes are just like, oh, we're manish. But if you go like there's no gender, gender is a construct, then there is no male or female.
But there still needs to be kind of. I mean, you should just let people do whatever you want.
Oh yeah,
They
sure, of course.
Figure it out, but. Yeah,
I just think it'll go the way of the transvestite.
From my understanding, to what extent any of like the detransition stuff is
detransition?
Yeah,
that's when you role reverse.
The way you go back, it seems to be mostly like women that transition to men, and then realized after the fact that like, oh, I was just a lesbian. And I felt pressured into, you know.
And so now then they get like a fucking.
Yeah, it's not so much
shitty pussy.
This shit's too confusing. This is why it has to become normalized, because people aren't going to be able to do the.
I just wish we could tell them all, the really right wing angry people. They're like, guys, just get over it so we can stop talking about it.
I don't know. Well,
you're making us talk about it more, and nothing matters.
The thing with
Cowboys matter.
The thing with the boxer should make it
so fucking mad.
That's what like a cat does.
To show that they're pissed.
You're
Adam Friedland show? How about Adam Friedland not?
You're like a big Himalayan over here. No.
Oh, those are mine. Fuck.
No.
Fuck. Oh, I can't throw the penny I won't throw. The penny I will not.
I like that means nothing to a cat too.
What?
No. Saying no.
They're just like.
Yeah. My cat, I had
this penny. I had one like it.
I had to get the new iPhone. Comes with like a braided cord.
Really?
Yeah, that's very funny. Wow, a penny.
A 99. It's a good year.
Just worthless currency. Wow. Yeah,
it's real.
It's 99.
Yep.
Why do people do that? I remember that in cartoons where you're like, you could, if it wasn't gold, like
it would just break.
I understand if you thought it was like, okay,
you just get aluminum poisoning in your mouth.
Exactly. They don't make fake gold out of chocolate. It's like nobody's like he's gonna think this cracker is actually gold.
It's gonna be some type of metal, right?
Yeah,
or steel
right.
or hard copper.
It never made sense. I remember seeing that in Dumbo as a kid, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Get back to the racist crows.
Right. And I was a kid. I was like, am I supposed to do this? Should I be biting coins? Yeah.
Not much Adam Friedland in this, but let's keep watching.
It's my favorite podcast.
Luckily, they don't talk about. Keep going. Sorry.
Why would he say that? I've never been more. Look how sad I am. But he said that. Do you think Biden thinks he looks like Gary Sinise?
Do you think
Biden's like internal self-image. He's like, I'm like Gary Sinise.
Remember when Joe Biden fell off a bike and everyone started laughing at an 80-year-old who fell off a bike?
Mm-hmm. Well, it is funny. Anybody
time.
falling off a bike is funny.
It is pretty funny.
Yeah.
It is pretty funny. They need like They need Kamala Harris to get hit in the dick with a frisbee.
It is very funny seeing the support for Kamala over the last 3 weeks, and it's not really based on anything Kamala herself has done. There's just people have rallied.
It's all so fake and phony. You step back and you just see through what both sides are just fucking doing.
It's not really. I don't believe it's truly fake. It's just that we had such shitty options going into this.
Yeah.
That now people are just, because we aren't hearing from Kamala really either. Outside, I mean, she's done a couple of campaign events, but it's people are just inventing their own idea of what she is.
Of what she is.
Right. Which is, honestly, that's what you should do. You should kick the can down the road as far as you can until November. Keep it in this phase where people could just be excited about whatever version of Kamala they imagine. But it's it's like 2008 fucking Obama energy now, off of nothing. She hasn't done or said anything or told us anything really. I mean, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think.
Yeah, what I don't hear is any of them talking about the fucking opioid and fucking homeless problem.
There's nothing you can do about that.
Great. I would love to hear a president say that. By the way, you guys, just so you know, obviously I'm aware of the homeless. There's nothing you can do about that, let's get on to fucking shitting on the other side. We could talk about the
opioid crisis when it was our government making and selling the heroin.
Yeah.
Now that it's China, it's all right, well, there's nothing. What do you want us to do? Go to war with China? I'm sorry. We got everyone addicted to heroin, and now the Chinese have undercut us and we have no control over it.
That'd be a good answer.
Yeah. It would be funny if there was somebody that tried to just run on,
I had an agent
just being very deeply cynical.
Yeah.
It's look, you're all just gonna fucking die, dude. I mean,
a nihilist. Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, just a guy being look,
dictator.
President is not a real job. I have very limited power. I understand there's a genocide going on. If I got into the office and I tried to reduce arms sales, they would kill me.
Hey, nihilist president, what can we do? What can we do about the economy right now?
Nothing. What you need to have, we need a recession, unfortunately. You're going to have to see a lot of people with their lives fucking ruined so that the people that make all the money can extract the capital out of this round, and then we can restart the process after you've lost your home.
Nihilist president. The border, what are we thinking about it?
We're just going to ignore it. We're just going to ignore the border entirely.
Nihilist president, they're redoing all the districts.
Here's the good news.
Yeah.
If there is a terrorist attack, because that's the big concern. It seems to be that there's a lot of terrorists now crossing the border. It's Hezbollah's going to Venezuela, and then because of their communist, now there's communists that violently stole the election. So now we need to go in and change the results to somebody that just coincidentally is somebody we like. Just coincidentally, it happens to be somebody that we like, and that's that. But now the election we're not even going to investigate whether it was rigged or not. Let's just install somebody else.
I'd love to see Nihilist president just go, guys. Bob Dylan was writing about this. It's not going to change.
Yeah. I promise you this: if there is a terrorist attack, it was us that did it. So you don't have to worry about anything. We'll be very sure that we pick a target that is not. You know what? Honestly, we'll just tell you the plan right now. It's going to be against synagogues because that makes the most sense. We need to drive home the idea of rising anti-Semitism and blame Iran. So if you're a regular American, you have nothing to worry about. We're going to be bombing synagogues and blaming it on some new version of ISIS.
I've seen anti-Semitism right here. Do you have a cigarette?
No, I don't.
That's what I'm talking about. It's anti-Semitism. I've done other podcasts where they're not anti-Semitic that do have a cigarette.
Well, I don't smoke. No. No, I am that triggered me. I'm 2 days no vaping.
Oh, really? Now you walked in here right now. It's fucking Friedland, take the goddamn vape.
I know. It's
I love how you have a house.
I had already convinced myself that it was that because I went 2 days and I was oh my God, I'm gonna I'm gonna make it out, and then I knew it was here, and I'm okay, I'll cheat and I'll have the office vape, and then I got in here and he brought it home with him to Vegas.
Well, if you want to suck on a penny, I got a penny I can loan you.
That does not do it for me. I'm sorry, that doesn't do it. But I think we're good. I think we covered all the topics. You guys got your weekly dose of world affairs, and
that's what you come to the show for.
Yeah. Here's what I think is going to happen. I don't know, but it ain't going to be good.
We need the car guys back with political commentary.
Would they say anything?
Yeah, they never really. You would expect them to shit on non-American.
They'd be like,
cars,
my Volvo makes a clicking noise every time I take a right turn. They're like, well, I'll tell you what the problem is that you really have to understand that Hezbollah at one point was a resistance, organization, but now, they've moved. It's more of a militia, and that's okay. What does that have to do with my Volvo? You gonna let me answer the question, you fucking faggot?
I like when the Volkswagen was made with human hair in the seats.
What is your fucking? Why don't you let me answer the fucking question?
Can I finish?
That was an early Come Town joke. Is Car Talk on Sirius XM?
Really?
Yeah, they leave NPR and they're on Sirius XM.
Oh, that's great.
And they're like, yeah, I can't. I'm every time I put my I got a Ford Fiesta. Every time I put it in reverse, there's a grinding noise. Yeah, well, why don't you put your ass in reverse right on my fucking cock? No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, yeah, so what that is.
My favorite come down was gay Mickey Mouse.
Oh, no. That was like sort of like that was like a fractal thing where we got it was Jay Leno, who's Mickey Mouse, and also he's gay.
But it was the best.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be... It's nice to know that I at least did one thing in my life.
I think it'll go down as the anal of history.
In the annals of history.
Yeah.
That's a funny word.
What the fuck is that? Why
It's
not
a
the
dumb
books of
word,
history?
dude. There's so many
The
dumb...
annals? What? Who would say
There's
annals?
so many fucking dumb words that just stick around because people are like, oh, that sounds cool.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, no, it sounds like annals.
It sure sounds like
It
annals.
sounds like the anus of history, and we should stop using that word.
You know what you mean. You know what it sounds like?
The record. How about the record? It'll go down in the historical record. No, I'm saying anals. I've got my own.
It's my last chance.
I've got my own agenda. I'm saying anals here.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you very much, guys. I will be in Irvine again at the Irvine Improv to this third week of September. You can go to my website, check it out. Please look it up. Please come out. Got to sell these tickets. I will never be back in Southern California again.
Today's episode was brought to you by the movie Long Legs, written and directed by Gary Sinise. Everybody go out and check it out.
Yeah. You got anything to plug? I guess your upcoming special.
Upcoming special, that'll be like September, October or something. But
are you putting it out on something?
I don't know. I'm talking to YouTube right now to see if they can not censor it, and then the other places too, in case YouTube does say, yeah, we're gonna censor that.
Well, what are the other places, like Rumble or something?
No, like Netflix and HBO and Amazon.
Oh, okay. But they do censoring too, also, don't they?
They wouldn't be after the fact. They'd be like, we can air this or we can't.
Oh,
they wouldn't a month in go, hey, we're not going to show this anymore.
Right on. Okay.
But I got a podcast you'd be tripping that you'll never be on, I guess, until you go fucking.
I will. I'll go. I'm going to go. I'm doing my big...
You can interview me about a place.
I'm doing my big China trip soon.
Dude, I've been there and it's fucking sick.
I would imagine it is.
It's so fun.
I want to go see the old buildings before they blow them up. I either want to see... I would actually like to time it perfectly so I'm at Al-Aqsa right when they blow up the dome.
Yeah.
And then I would like to be there maybe also too or they should live stream the building of the third temple.
Going down like one of those implosions.
Well, blowing it up, but then
building
the new one.
Yeah.
I would be pretty mad if in my lifetime that doesn't happen.
The Sagara de Mishpacha.
Because I would like to see, it would be nice to know, Are they right or not?
They were right.
Are all of these religious people right or not?
The cool thing about Jews is once the Messiah could be like, not too late, you can join it. But
it would be very funny just to see what happens to smug atheists.
That's at South Park. It was the Mormons. The Mormons.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. If they built the third
the
temple,
smug atheist going, damn it.
Well.
It is, if you have to go, you'll be proven wrong in the steps of, the doorstep of, the pearly gates. Mm-hmm. The religious people, if they're proven wrong, they'll never know. It's just blankness.
Yeah,
It's just nothing.
Yeah.
And then the non-religious people, they'll never know they're right. They'll only know that they're wrong.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other places I might want to see.
Yeah, what else? What do you got?
Eiffel Tower could eat a dick.
You pull yourself off that.
It could blow up, and I'd be like, yeah, I didn't miss anything. Basically nothing in France.
You could just remake the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah,
it's not really
well,
like
there's
the
nothing
stones.
really. That's what I remember a
rebuild
couple
it.
years ago when Notre Dame burned down, and people were like, "Oh my God!" And like collectively, the world was like, "Yeah, I guess that sucks."
Like, I'll never went there.
yeah,
I'll never
I
go
don't
again.
really. It's I'm sorry, but this is.
They
we don't
played the
really-
church bells of the Notre Dame Cathedral first time since the fire.
Yeah.
And all the right-wing people, the Christians, were just figuring out what they were offended by and not how fucking awesome it was that one of their most massive churches fucking got like put back into service again.
Yeah, what were they mad about with the bells?
No, they weren't.
Oh,
they
they
were mad
weren't.
about other shit and not focus on any positivity in the whole
oh,
world.
this just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During that
okay.
same opening ceremonies.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
no.
the Notre Dame Cathedral. It was. I went to the outside.
yeah.
It was like $10 to go in. I was like, nah.
Yeah. I'd like to go to Antarctica, but only if like the thing is real, you know. I would be down there, I'd be like, let me see where the thing happened.
Yeah.
And they'd have to explain to me that it's
It was
just,
a soundstage
I'm
in
like,
LA.
okay, fine. Then where did all of the Chilean guys eat each other?
that was chilly. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
no,
All right.
hold on.
Well, then did anything happen in Antarctica? Why are you down? What are they fucking researching?
I think the
It's
black oil
ice.
from X-Files.
Yeah?
I think that's got to be. They're trying to find that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the icy thing.
I don't understand. Like, people, like, there's all this types of, like, research that happens
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, I study dirt in the desert. And it's like, no, you don't. There's not gonna be any new information in the dirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They had this research facility on a remote island in way off Iceland, and tomatoes started growing. And they're like, how could this be? Was it bird migration carrying tomato seeds? And then they were like, oh, it was a researcher went out and shot and had a seed in his butt.
Yeah.
So you guys are just making your own research up.
That's cool. I remember every once in a while they'll find like, they're like scientists will be in like science journals or whatever. They'll be like, wow, scientists discover 40 new types of spiders. And it's like,
40.
we don't want that.
Use the Facebook model.
in-
Release one every 2 months.
In your dumb scientist mind, you think people are sitting at home in New York, in fucking LA, in the middle of the country, in Omaha, Nebraska, and they're reading the newspaper and they put it down. They're like, I just wish we had more spiders.
Yeah, invent something new.
Why
better.
can't that can't be it? It can't just be fucking tarantula, daddy longlegs, black widow.
And the little
There's
ones.
gotta be there's gotta be more spiders out there.
God, scientists make me so
Where-
fucking angry.
Where are they getting the money for this?
who's donating? Who's going? Breast cancer is probably pretty good
And
now.
it
Let's
is-
go to spider research.
Yeah, that's the other thing too about the deep state is people are like, oh, there's a secret cabal controlling everything. If you saw the amount of money that the government spent on just the dumbest shit in the entire world, like anyone can go to the government and say, I want $40 million to go to the jungle and find out if monkeys can learn how to play laser tag.
Like, all right,
And
we
they're
have
like-
this committee.
Okay, yep, sounds good.
You know, all the malaria research is Bill Gates. He's like 98% of the fucking malaria. Without him, they'd be like, just it run rampant. His wife, I guess, I don't know. She was like sexually
Yeah.
aroused by malaria.
That's cool.
Yeah, so she was like,
No
let's research it.
mosquitoes anymore. Have you noticed that? I'm just like the last two summers. It's like not
They
a
went to L.A. L.A. had no mosquitoes. Now they have them, I heard.
Oh, good.
Yeah, good. Fuck them.
Good. Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
God, that town. I miss it sometimes, and then other times I think about it, and I'm like, God, everybody there fucking sucks.
It sucked. I mean, if any of that biblical shit is real, L.A. is definitely.
It's starting there. It's starting at the Saddle Ranch.
Yeah.
And going out from
L.A.
there.
L.A. is one of those towns in the Bible where they're like, dude, fuck God. Fuck this fucking faggot. We're doing whatever we want, and nothing bad will ever happen.
Dude, when Rogan moved in 2020, he goes, LA sucks. I'm like, wait, you just realized that? In 2020 was what made you realize LA sucked?
Yeah,
you were there
right.
for 20 years.
Well, also this Austin exodus too is like people are like, oh, Rogan ruined Austin. It's like, no,
you're an
but
Austin boy.
But what's that?
You're an Austin boy.
Yeah, I lived there for a while, and it's like, no, like all of these people moved there after Austin was already ruined. It's like they moved. It's very funny because
The Keep Austin Weird shirts was already a throwback.
already
before they got there.
LA people already ruined Austin, and then all the LA people were like, I'm done with LA. I'm going somewhere else.
Where there's
And
a bunch of LA people.
Well, it's like, yeah, to the other LA that you created.
Yeah. There's a bunch of LAs around the country, and they all suck because it's just that vibe. New Orleans, they all moved to New Orleans. Ask the Sean Patton. So they'll do a parade down the street, and
Yeah.
the LA people just watch them and take pictures.
Well,
and they're like, join us.
The irony of it is like Houston kind of used to be like the LA of Texas. But now Houston's honestly the best city in Texas.
It's a cool scene.
There's no other city in Texas I would enjoy spending time in.
But Dallas.
What's that?
But Dallas.
Dallas is like It's
hip.
Well, no, it's not. I don't. My experience with Dallas, which I haven't been in Dallas proper in probably 10 years now at this point. So maybe Dallas is different, but Dallas just feels like it's too kind of like professional, and it's
I remember
just
10 years ago.
It's boring. And
10
Dallas
years ago,
like,
I was doing a festival in Houston.
Yeah.
It was a music/comedy festival, and I was there with Norman, and we were talking to some like locals, and she was like, "This is 10 years ago." She goes, "Austin is not the best scene in Texas. It's Houston, because in Austin you're preaching to the choir. Everyone there is converted.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone there is liberal. So like you can't really go at anybody. And in Houston, you have a lot of drunk rednecks who are gonna go back at you if you don't like cross your T's and dot your I's with your jokes." So it was like it's a way funner, more like combative place.
Yeah, when I lived in Austin, second only to San Antonio, did have the worst comedians. They were good for Austin. But I remember I moved there and there was this like sense of entitlement, and these like the Austin comics thought they were like the best in the world. And then I went to Dallas. You would like meet comics from Dallas and Houston, and it's like, oh, they actually write jokes.
Yeah,
it's not just a guy on stage like fucking rambling and trying to get off on vibes.
Yeah, some of them got really mad when Rogan and those people moved there, and it's like, well, sorry, no one challenged your mediocrity.
Yeah,
right. There's some fucking A-level headliners here.
No, it's like it's an extension of the same thing you see in New York, where it's like the quote unquote alternative comics are like, yeah, we're kind of like building our own scene here, and it's like all of your shows are attended by agents, assistants, by like people from fucking Peacock. You guys are constantly getting opportunities. There's nothing particularly alternative about it, especially even if that wasn't happening, your goal is still to operate within the world of the normal entertainment industry.
Yeah.
You guys are all seeking the same exact things. You're just, it's maybe an alternative route, but there's nothing
but
alternative.
you're going for the same thing.
You're going for the
just
same
a smaller
exact
group.
things. You guys all get jobs on SNL. It's like, it's
on a defunct, boring old show.
Yeah, And Awesome is the same thing. It's like, oh, we're doing something different. It's like, you think that because Comedy Central and Montreal come here because it's a fun town to hang out in. And then you guys get those spots.
There's the same thing with the alt scene in LA, where like a couple of them, like a lot of the main big alt comics would never go to the Comedy Store. Back when the Comedy Store was a failure place.
Yeah.
But the good alt comics, like Louis, he'd be like, yeah, I'm an alt king, but I'll go to the Comedy Store. I'll do well there too.
Yeah.
He wouldn't fear a non-alt audience.
Yeah, even my time in Austin, it's like you can compare any Austin comic to like fucking, like Paul Varghese.
Yeah.
He's an amazing comedian. Like Austin had like nobody at that level. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like those other towns could produce comics that could stay there and be national headliners.
That's how San Diego was too.
Yeah.
And they come up to LA to do spots at the store, and they were like, it's going to be a long road back. That's a 2.5 hour silent ride when you come up here to bomb. When you normally fucking crush.
Yeah.
Because San Diego, everybody's fun and happy.
San Diego, that's what Dallas feels like to me.
Interesting.
Where it's like, this should be fun, but it's not. It's not. It's missing something.
Yeah. That's not a bad comparison.
Yeah. Now we're doing your travel podcast. I can talk about it.
You've been tripping. Subscribe now.
Yeah.
Buddy,
how many podcasts do you have at this point?
Just one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I ended the other one. I got bored of it.
You got rid of Skeptic Tank?
Yeah. I wanted to get you back on there for almost a decade. Because the only one you've done was when you were living in a tenement apartment.
Then we went to that candy shop.
Yeah, that foreign candy shop.
Yeah. She Eurasia. That's what it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they had like
Machi, I just got scared. You said a decade, and I'm like, has it really been? Yes, it has been a decade.
Yeah, and I was like, can we get you back on? You were like, I'm done with comedy. Bro, I'm living in a fucking tenement. I'm obviously not making it.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I might give it another week or something. But you're not wrong.
Yeah.
And I was like, can we get you back and now you're successful?
That's the thing. I feel like you should just be realistic about things. I'm not successful. All my money is in the stock market. It's crashing. I will be broke tomorrow. I'll be going right back to the bottom. And all I have now is these $4,000 chairs. Yeah, long hair, and I'm missing my office vape. It's been taken away from me by Adam, who is now Britain's most famous comedian. The most intellectual British comedian of all time.
You know the ad I wanted to do when you were on that podcast is Casper came to me. One of them.
Oh,
Casper,
the bed?
or one of the other.
Oh
ones.
Yeah, and give me a bed. It wouldn't have fit in that fucking.
I said, give me a twin, and I already have one from your competitor who you all do the exact same shit. It's a fucking new mattress.
Would not have fit in that.
Not a
room.
queen, a twin, just a small one.
I'm telling you, a twin.
Well, what'd you have in there?
It was like
a bed of leaves.
No, like a Chinese like the kind of mattress you would put in like a camper. It was like fucking. It was like 5 feet by. It was like a couch cushion, basically. And then eventually nothing. I would just sleep on because it would get bed bugs in it, and I was like, I'm just not dealing with this. So I just slept on plywood.
Yeah,
like
burned me once.
Yeah,
Shame on me.
I taught myself how to. And it was very funny too, because even in my current apartment, I went back to just sleeping on the floor because I got used to it.
he just wakes up like the crypt keeper.
Yeah, and then like a year and a half ago, I got a real mattress.
Yeah.
And like it fucked my back up.
Really?
Yeah. It was like a 3 month job. I bought like a nice mattress. I got like I know mattresses get really expensive. I spent $6,000 on getting one of those like Sealy black mattresses.
Yeah.
And then for 6 weeks, like
I heard there used to be Sealy Indian mattresses, and just recently have they converted over to Sealy black mattresses.
Sealy Indian mattresses?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
It's a Kamala Harris Donald Trump joke.
I don't. Oh yeah, black Indian. Okay, yeah. I was, I'm thinking, is the mattress stinky? Does the mattress, is it a diarrhea mattress? I don't understand what you're saying. Yeah, you're right. They just converted. I mean, that is the most insane angle of attack.
It's funny because somebody I know, so I'm friends with mostly liberals, and they were like, why would he go on there? He's not going to win them over. And I'm like, he's not trying to win them over. He's trying to make them make clips for his own fan base.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they're doing, is making clips for him, for the people who are like, I might not go out and vote this year. They're like, I will. This guy rules.
What's really going to be disappointing for them is like when Donald Trump loses.
Yeah.
And then there's not even another January 6th. Like that's
we
not going to happen.
Yeah.
There's going to be nothing. There's not even going to be like a big push from right-wing media to dispute the results of the election. They're just going to go right into calling Kamala a shitty president. But like, it's going to be the end of this whole like MAGA strain because there's no heirs to the throne.
There's no
Donald
heirs to the
Trump
throne.
Can't even do it anymore.
Right. He'll be too old in 4 more years. He's already kind of too old.
Yeah, but he can't even do it now. It's like
right.
that guy used to fucking take shots.
It's kind of like Danny DeVito still being like the weirdo, and it's like, nah, you're just fat.
People are like, oh, he's already. There's a clip. He goes, laughing Kamala. I call her laughing Kamala because she's always laughing. She's crazy. And it's like compare that to like the shit he was saying in 2016.
Yeah, it was nuts.
It
was a good time. It was like early Milo.
Yeah, well, I never liked that guy. I always thought he was a dork.
Oh,
I know you're friends with him.
I loved him. He was making people so mad. I loved it.
Oh, he wasn't though.
He was.
No,
so many people cried over his fucking I don't care attitude.
Stuff would happen online,
yeah.
And then he would come in and be like, "Look what I'm doing," and it's like, no, this is just happening right now. I remember you telling me he's like, I came up with it. No,
he didn't come up with it. No, I didn't say he came up with it. He said he found himself.
Fucking pretending
came
like
up with it, and he found himself behind the president.
Taking
Let's get
credit
it moving.
For this was
he
a guy.
helped it along.
This was a guy trying to take credit. The internet did things on its own, and this motherfucker.
When he was told to shut up on some panel show because like we're talking about women's issues right now, you need to shut up because you're a man. He goes, and he just waited.
You know what he is?
And then he was like, men are also all filled this place right now. Some lady was like, I don't think. It goes, excuse me, we're talking about men now, so you need to shut up.
Yeah,
and they were like.
He's Brandon Wardell, dude.
He's
the same as Brandon Wardell. He's a guy that sees internet stuff and he's like, that's me. And it's like, well, no. It's everybody. It belongs to everybody. It belongs to everybody. You can't take that for yourself.
I don't know him enough to know.
Yeah. I'm basically just going off the thing. Because you told me that, and I'm like, he didn't come up with that.
He found himself. He didn't come up. 4chan came up with it.
But you were saying he told you that he came up with it.
No,
and I remember. I distinctly
was on Skanks when he did it.
You came up to me and you're like, he came up with that. I'm like,
no,
he did not come up with that.
Fake news.
He's a fucking.
But he was like, okay, let's all try to push this. And he goes, oh shit, I'm right behind the president right now, the fucking Republican president. I'll just do it and I'll let the internet run with it.
Yeah.
He helped it. Buddy, you don't know how backtracky I am. You can't pin him out on backtrack.
I'm not trying to pin anything on you.
Well, good luck, because you won't.
Yeah, I'm not trying to pin anything.
Oh, it sounds like you were trying to pin a medal.
I think I've made my point about Mr. Steely, Mr. Steely Mimi, Mr. I'm gonna fucking point at memes and say, look what I'm doing.
Cut your hair, hippie.
I have to. I got to. Yeah. I don't like this situation. It's bothering me. But luckily, it seems like things are getting bad across the board.
I think we really need to start bombing these fucking ice cream shops and bring back these froyo places that are now almost nowhere. Used to be everywhere, and now it's nowhere because these fucking Baskin Robbins. Bomb it.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about this. This was a solution I had in my mind, which is sort of a solution to the Middle East crisis.
This will be the final?
No, I feel like if they had done that, I feel if the British had just installed, if there was no state of Israel, there was just a kingdom of Israel, and then you just pick some like Mizrahi king, then there would be no problems in the Middle East.
Right.
That the mistake was trying to create like a fucking white democracy.
Right. And we don't know what that is or respect that.
Right, exactly. If
We
you
do
just the
respect
same
the
thing they
king.
did in fucking like Jordan and Iraq, if you just had like some Yemeni guy
Right.
that was the king of Israel.
And then the only thing they could do is like, let's try to get him to marry my daughter so we'll combine kingdoms.
Yeah, I mean, they basically, if they had done that, then it
Interesting.
wouldn't have been. And it's like, maybe it's like, is it too late for that now?
No, I don't think
You would have to kill all the white people
It's
in
only
Israel.
been about like 80 years.
Yeah.
It's really
I
pretty
think you
early
could,
on in a
I
1,000-year
think you
reign.
could do it. If they found...
You wouldn't have to kill all the white people. You'd just be like, they're second-class citizens here.
I think you would have to kill them. I think you would have to kill all the white people.
You kill a couple. You could prop up a couple already dead ones and say, we did that.
Yeah, and then you get just some like retarded Arab Jewish guy, and you're like, you're the king now.
Yeah, I'm the most inbred, so yeah, I can be a king.
Yeah, right. And then you just give him a bunch of rubies and nice clothes. And
You're
then
like, how do you feel about
parade
Palestine?
around.
Like, I can't even spell it.
Right. He's like, I don't know what is that. I don't
What
know.
is what?
Yeah. Can I have a Lamborghini?
Can I fuck my AIDS out of me?
Can I have a golden Lamborghini, please? That's my favorite thing.
Well,
about-
what's your stake to the throne? Like,
it's
I have the one Wu-Tang album.
like Arabs just don't know how to spend money.
They
Like they
really
just
don't.
fucking. I mean, it's just the dumbest.
Let's put carpets on our
One
walls.
of those, that Saudi prince that fucking has to bring all of his golden cars to London every time he goes. Like the way like a 4-year-old goes on vacation. He's like, I have to have all my stuffed animals with me. I'm bringing my entire fleet of golden cars to London.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there any way that things don't just get dramatically worse over the next 6 months?
It's going to get so much worse just in terms of, for the non-apolitical like me, for the apathetic, it's just going to be like, I'm going to have to hear about this shit so much. That it's
But
going
it
to be
does.
so annoying.
It will affect you in one way or the other.
But
you know?
my diving into it won't affect me.
Yeah.
Me getting involved in it won't affect me. I mean,
I
the
guess.
rain
Yeah,
affects
well,
me,
that's
but
the thing.
I'm not gonna
You don't
bitch
have
about
any,
the weather
You don't have
report.
any control over anything.
Yeah.
That's the other.
Yeah, I do have control over the weather. Actually, it's a bad comparison.
They're doing that now, right? Aren't they? They're doing the controlling the weather. It's like there was some fucking because
Yeah,
Bill Gates
yeah.
had a plan to. What's that?
Cloud seeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different than cloud sourcing.
And then what's the point of that?
To make deserts into fucking, it's all going to become another like Denver airport.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
where people can hide after.
What's going on with the Denver airport?
They put it on hold. They're moving it to Albuquerque Airport.
Are they? What?
Yeah. You know the Denver Airport?
I know that there's some kind of thing with like that it's
Holding
owned,
tanks and shit like
it's
that.
owned by the Black Israelites, I think is what.
Black Israelites are involved in that?
Yeah, the Black
I thought it was
Israelites own
Illuminati.
the Denver airport.
It's so funny the Black Israelites are like, we're the original Jews. Like, well, where was this when the Holocaust was happening?
Yeah.
Are you sure who were silent during that whole time when they were
Were
looking for
they-
Jews to kill?
Oh, because they're of the opinion that the Jews that died in the Holocaust are like Khazarians converts that aren't actually Jewish,
Uh-huh.
and that it was like a white on white crime kind of false flag thing. But they're on the record with all of that because their response is always like the real Holocaust is 400 years of slavery.
400 years of slavery was the real Holocaust.
Yeah. So that's their opinion. But it was funny. I did see them out in front of Barclays like when things started popping off back in the fall.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder what their take is because I bet people are going to assume that they're pro-Palestine, but you really, you don't know.
You don't know.
Not with them.
Because it could be like, no, we want to take over that.
Yeah,
Not the
right.
Palestinians.
Or
That's
no,
our,
they kind of just hate it. I mean,
they hate a lot.
genuinely, there's very few groups of people I have genuine love for, and they're up there.
The Black Israelites.
Because they got an answer for everything.
They do. They're like the QAnon of their world.
No matter what it is, you can say anything, and a Black Israelite will hit me with like, huh,
No.
let me tell you something. No matter what it is, it's fucking the moon landing.
Yeah.
The moon is a black man. You know, it's just
Oh,
like,
really? I
it's
didn't
just
know that.
all the time. Anything you pick, anything, they have a fucking answer. You know, and
Yeah, they're not a lot of like, let me look into that for you.
yeah, no idea. We don't.
First
yeah.
I'm hearing about it. Let me research it. Come back here tomorrow.
Well, I think we probably should wrap it up here.
Yeah.
I got.
Wrap it up?
Oh yeah, it's already 12:30. You gotta
Yeah, I gotta go.
You gotta
Guys,
go. Thanks for joining us. That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Buddy.
Yeah. I wish I will do some traveling. I'll use.
Did you say I didn't invite you onto my bus
You did not. Dude.
What do you mean? I'm hanging out, setting it up, and it's like, yeah, come on.
It's not that you didn't invite me on the bus. You have a vehicle that moves all around the city. I get to Dallas. Dude, you're not even driving it. There's a guy that's paid to drive the bus. I'm like,
we're going to pick it up.
And I'm like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
Here's where I at. And then you're like, okay, we're gonna drive it to here and park it. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm at the airport.
Well, wait a minute, pick you up at the airport? Dude,
yes, you have a bus with a driver.
No, he's got to take his nap.
It's not even like, I don't want to sit in the car. Your bedroom is moving.
That makes sense.
I know.
I thought you just didn't want me to let you on.
No.
I just said he had to take his shoes off.
I was at some point, I was expecting you to offer me a ride.
It's not a car. It's a guy. We got to fucking move around. Then he's got to leave earlier. We can't get to the next city.
That's not even close to. You guys were sitting in that parking lot all afternoon.
He was let off. He was in his hotel sleeping.
If
it is 8 hours of mandatory sleep.
If I had a tour bus, I'd say we're picking up all my friends. We're putting as much mileage on this thing as possible. We're fucking Ari's what? He's 9 states away. Let's get him.
Let's go
get Ari.
If I had 2 drivers, I would
We're picking him up. We're
get a fucking Uber over here.
Yeah, you're gonna earn. I don't care what union you're in. You're earning every fucking dollar of your hourly wage. You're not gonna sit here reading Archie comics or whatever the fuck.
If I had a time machine, I would go back and I would find where your hotel is. I would go there and I would roll the window down and go not invited, and then keep going over to the fucking.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Yeah, and that's the thing, to even try and frame it as, oh, you're saying I didn't invite you on the bus. You know goddamn well.
All I saw was people going, why didn't you invite Mullen onto your bus? I'm like, what?
Pick
you up? I said, let's go. Meet us over here. I don't know. We're getting picked up. We got to go to Walmart to fill up the fucking bus.
No, trying to gaslight me. You thought it had been enough time that I had forgotten about it.
I brought it up.
You brought this up now. Yeah, thinking like, oh, yeah.
You forget
and right
the details?
Before we end. And what's this I hear about? You saying we didn't invite you, and I'm like, what? But you have to go. Oh well, I'm out of time, liar. No. That's not gonna work on me. Not on my own show, the Adam Friedland Show podcast.
I'll tell you that much.
Not on my show, the Adam Friedland Show podcast. Is that gonna happen, pal? Yeah, no, I just want to be picked up on the tour bus. That's it. I want to see I wanted to be at the airport and have all of these stupid Arabs looking at me, thinking like waiting for their rental Lamborghini, and they're like, oh, he's probably getting at most the Dodge Challenger upgrade. I'm like, oh, sorry, there's a John Madden bus here for me.
Hey, I get in around 11:30. I'm like, all right, sick. So
yeah, enjoy.
All right, well, let me know when you're off and come.
Your Enterprise Porsche.
We're gonna fucking wait at the airport to come get you and see when your bags are there.
You don't have to wait. I would have waited for. I don't have bags. I carry light. What town was that even?
Charlotte.
It was Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had just picked up the bus there, so he had to come get us in the suburbs and drive us to a Walmart to fill up, and then get his mandatory time off.
No, it must have been Raleigh.
Raleigh.
It was Raleigh.
It was Raleigh.
And then I stayed at like the A Loft right next to the hotel.
Yeah.
It was miserable. That hotel is miserable.
I was genuinely happy. I was like, oh, sick. Come meet us. That's awesome. We can hang out with somebody.
I was excited to hang out. I just thought maybe I'd get a ride on the bus.
I even said, come in a day early. You can stay at the fucking Airbnb with us.
But nothing about the tour bus. Nothing about riding on the... That way, I see, here's even that. Now you belie your underlying intentions. Here, now we have a snapshot of 7 months ago. You're like, fuck, Mullen's gonna be in town. He's gonna want to ride on the tour bus. Oh, I know. I'll invite him a day early. He can stay at the shitty Airbnb. And that friendship obligation done. Now it's like, well, you can't. Come on, you stayed at the Airbnb last night. You can't come on the tour bus. Like it's transparent, the brokering you were doing in your own head, where you say, oh well, if I let him stay at the Airbnb, he's not even going to know about the tour bus until tomorrow.
Or we just won't tell him. Like, all right, nice to meet you, man. You got to get out of here soon.
You got to get out. We got the tour bus. I'm like, well, can I get a ride? No.
It's a 4-seater.
You should have got. I told you we were only stay here one day. You thought we were going to be out of town. You didn't plan. It's on you.
Figure you got your show.
No. I'm playing. Forget 4D chess. I'm playing 5D tour bus games, Fast and the Furious style. All right. Thank you so much. This was a lot of fun. I had fun podcasting. We've been changing up. Me and Adam never podcast with each other anymore, so it's like doing a new show every time.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't you?
Because we have nothing to talk about anymore.
Oh, right.
Like nothing podcast wise.
Don't you both interview somebody else?
No, that doesn't really. Yeah, that doesn't really work. He's in Vegas right now.
Getting hookers.
No, well, he's from there. His family's
He's
there.
still a virgin?
Adam Friedland? Yeah, still virgin. Yeah. 38 years old.
I don't think I've ever met that guy.
You've never met Adam?
I don't believe I have.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Possibly like one like passing handshake at a club.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't really go to the clubs or do anything.
It's a unique style comic that way.
He's just a lazy guy. Like sometimes I forget how lazy I am because he's like
Out-lazy
the
by so
person who's the
much.
closest, in closest proximity to me.
This is like Kevin Ryan going, I'm not fat.
Yeah.
How can I be fat? How can I fit in this one chair?
Yeah. Oh man.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for coming. I'll see you guys in Irvine, California. Good night.